Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Here we are once again with another sit down. I was hopefully trying to bring you guys another vlog of one of my trips, but as we all know, COVID-19 kind of made me have to cancel my trips. I've canceled about 4 trips so far, but what can you do? Just kind of trying to roll with the punches, but I hope everyone's staying safe. Before I go ahead and get started, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about a move that I'm doing in the very near future. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all my future travels, and as well as this big move that I'm making to another country. So as you can tell by the title, I am moving to New Zealand. So originally my time frame for moving to New Zealand was supposed to be September 9th, like just at the day after school started, but COVID-19 happened. So as of right now, I don't have a date for when I'm supposed to be going. Thankfully, New Zealand is one of like the main countries that kind of got rid of COVID-19 very quickly, so that's a plus. That's something that I'm happy with, but hopefully they allow me in before January, because I have a year from when I was approved for my visa to get into the country. So if I don't, my e-visa kind of expired. Why am I moving? Honestly, why not? I don't have any responsibilities. I live in Canada, for those who don't know. I don't have any responsibilities in Canada. I don't have kids. I don't have a mortgage. I'm not in school. I don't do anything but work and travel. And I love travel so much, I'm like, why not do it on a larger scale? So honestly, I don't even know how or why I chose New Zealand. New Zealand was just, I don't know, it was just something new. It was just something different. I'm just like, why not? I was thinking of like South Korea, North Korea, China, Japan. Singapore was one of my main other choices, and Australia was one of my main other choices. And then I'm in a bunch of travel groups, and a lot of the groups have been looking at New Zealand, mentioning New Zealand, showing their like pictures from their trips and stuff. And I was like, I think I want to do New Zealand, to be honest. I honestly, there's nothing else that helped me make my decision. Like I do want to go to other places while I'm in New Zealand. Like I can visit Fiji, Australia, stuff like that, but I was just like, why not New Zealand? Yeah. So once I finally decided that I wanted to go to New Zealand, all I did was I googled New Zealand visa, and it brought me to the New Zealand site. So I paid about $184 US to just apply for the visa. You could be approved or denied, but just apply for the visa. Paid $184 US. You have the option of doing a 12-month or a 23-month visa. I did the 12-month because you have the option to extend it after 23 months. I have a condo supposed to be built in 2021, so I want to make sure that I'm back in time for that. So I only did the 12-month, and then if that ends up getting postponed, I'm probably going to extend it to the 23-month, but that's still up in the air. And then I just did the application online, and I heard back pretty soon, actually. I heard back, I think I applied January 22nd of this year, 2020, and I was approved January 25th, 2020. So they emailed me telling me my approval. They sent me my e-visa, all that good stuff. To even apply, you have to be between the ages of 18 to 35 years old. You have to have no kids, because you can't bring kids with you, and you don't need to have a job offer to go. Like you can just go there and decide to work there, I guess, which is a plus for me because that's what I want to do. Also have to do a medical and a criminal check. I think they just ask you questions in regards to the medical and the criminal. I'm pretty sure they just ask you questions, because, or maybe I filled out something for the criminal check, but it was nothing really. So as I mentioned, I got approved pretty quickly, so I guess there was just nothing there. I think it was pretty much just yes or no questions. And then once you get approved, you have to enter the country within 12 months of getting approved. So I was approved January 25th. So I have until January 25th, 2021 to get into New Zealand, hopefully with this e-visa that I currently have. So fingers crossed, everything with COVID-19 is done by then so that I can get into the country. There aren't really many, I guess you'd say, stipulations or things in regards to moving to New Zealand that I found so far. You have to have 4,200 New Zealand dollars which they might check when you get there, but from what I was reading, I was doing my research, they almost never check. You just have it in your account kind of just in case. And then you also have to either show proof of a return ticket or that you have enough funds to buy a return ticket out of New Zealand when your visa is up. Once you get into New Zealand, you can come out, like you can come back and forth and travel as much as possible until your visa expires. For job, you can't take a permanent job, and as well it can't be anything related to the sex trade or like selling sex or anything like that, and it has to be legal. Those were a few of the stipulations in regards to jobs. I think that was it. I don't think there was any really other restrictions in regards to finding a job in New Zealand. So one of the things as well as the stipulations that you need to get and maintain medical insurance while you're there. This as well, they might ask you for proof of when you enter and get into New Zealand. So when I was approved for my visa, I got an e-visa. It's not, I didn't get a physical, it's an e-visa. So you just have to print it out, have your passport, make sure everything matches, and then that's pretty much what you bring with you to the airport, as far as I read. So I was doing my research, of course, trying to figure out where to move. So of course I looked at the rent prices. So what I remember, I converted everything to Canadian, of course. So rent was about $1,500 a month for an apartment. I think it was between 1 and 2 bedroom I was looking at, because of course I would get a roommate, but it was around $1,500. So that's not really in my budget. So what I actually decided to do is that I'm going to travel around New Zealand for about a month or two to figure out where I want to stay, and then after I settle on a place, I'm either going to get an apartment, hopefully not in Auckland, because apparently Auckland's expensive, but I'm looking to either do that, or I might just stay in a hostel, or I might just purchase a converted van. I feel like I might be leaning more towards a converted van, because one, you get privacy, but two, it's easier to travel around. You don't have to continuously get a car, you don't have to pay something on the side. So the converted van is kind of what I'm leaning towards, but obviously might change, and we'll see when I actually get there. I really don't plan to work. I know it's a hardworking holiday visa, but I don't have any intentions to work. If anything, I just plan to teach English online, because that's what I'm doing right now. I have my TEFL, I have my TESOL and stuff like that. I just have to do my interview to work for one of the, I guess, apps or like sites, whatever. I just have to do my interview to do it. So I pretty much just plan to rely on teaching English online, and then we'll just live off of my savings, and then that's pretty much it. I mean, like, if push comes to shove, I will get a job. I'm actually planning this move by myself. It's gonna be my first solo trip, and it's gonna be first almost everything for me. I'm excited to see what this trip does and what this journey does. I've never moved either. Even in Canada, I've never moved, so this is gonna be very exciting, a very, very big change for my life. So I know this was kind of a short video, but this is kind of just my beginning into my preparation for New Zealand, how I applied for the visa, kind of the requirements that you need, although there aren't really much requirements for the visa, I guess, but kind of the process on what I went through to apply. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.